everybody, this is Sunless Studio and we're officially live. Just waiting for that camera to pick me up. And here we are. Hi! Hello. And welcome. We are continuing tonight on Petri. This is the Animal Crossing lab rat little lady. We like her a lot. And once again, I have returned with the bows to match her lovely little ears. So yeah. I suppose we don't really have a whole lot of news. That seems to be the case most Fridays because the streams are back to back. So it's pretty much just a continuation of yesterday's stream. And yeah, super exciting. We're literally just picking up right where we left off, which is great. We've got this little shine here. I think that was the last thing that I did. I'm gonna go ahead and save this really quick. And yeah. Alrighty, very cool. Let's just continue on over here. Just another day, right? But so strange. To me, it felt like this week just blazed by. Like, where did the time go? It's crazy. I don't know even what happened. Alright, so where shall I continue next? I was kind of actually thinking there's something that I need to do to make it look like I can actually see her white lab coat. So in order to do that, there is something that I need to do. Now what's this? Oh, that's her reference sheet. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a new background. This background. Hello, Rin. Hi. Welcome back. All right. So cool. Was it you that said that you're not feeling well? Are you feeling any better than yesterday? Hey, it's Keto. Keto squared. Mr. Husband. Husbando. Yes, alright, so let's choose a color. Hope you're feeling a little better today, Ren. I think I recall you talking about how you had to work super long when you weren't feeling good. So I hope today's a better day. Here's an idea. Let's go ahead and fill this background. There. This will make the lab coat stand out quite a bit. It'll be so helpful. I'm feeling better. Still not 100%, but I'm getting there. Oh man. Well, that's better. Looks like I'm behind my ad over here, but it's already passed. Yeah. All right. So yeah, the whole stream layout for this, it requires some time in the workshop that I just haven't really spent. So how are you? My baby boy Brewster. I didn't really spend time with him today. I feel like I've been running around all day. I mean, I did wake up late. I will say that I did wake up late. Since I woke up, I feel like I've been on my toes a little bit. Yeah. Alright, so, but it makes sense that I woke up late. I mean, I'm streaming late. My daughter, though, she woke me up late. Ooh, night fire. Yes, I haven't seen that in a while. There's Pecco. I love Mr. Pecco. My boys. The baby boys. Alright, so let's get her little lab coat going. Yeah. But what layer shall I do that on? I believe I should do that on a body layer. Usually I do a completely separate group for the body and one for the head, which is so that I can separate them. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. But no, it's actually good for making adjustments. It just, in the end, it saves me a lot of time. What is that? face. It's like a face. It's kind of scary. Those Twitch emotes are just so random and ridiculous and funny. Some of them, they be crazy. And that one's the sword and the helmet and the shield. And then the shield and the helmet and then the sword. Goober. Goobosaurus Rex. Okay, so let's go ahead and zoom in. Zooming in. Okay, so let's go 200%. That's pretty fair. I think right there's fine. So let's go ahead and let's just start like kind of outlining. Oh, now that I think about it, I think that maybe... Yeah, okay, so I have this idea. This part of her. We need to take all of this, select it, edit, cut. We're going to cut it, and then we're going to take it to another layer in the body group and then go paste in place. Perfect. Now this will properly overlap. I was worried about that. Looks like Steve. Steve-O. Oh, Steve-O. Oh my gosh. That heck with the wings. I think that's so cute. I like the little wings. And Post Malone. Isn't that actually who that is? Because that looks, it totally looks like Post Malone. That's so funny. Alright, so I think I did kind of like a... I don't know, do I want that sharp angle there? I sort of like it. I'm not sure if I do though. Need it there. But let's just get rid of that and try again. Yeah, that's pretty much okay right there, I think. I like giving a little sunlight and pink wings. Oh, the little sunlight, yes. It's so cute when you do that. I like it because with the pink wings, it works with the really symmetrical ones. Because of the symmetry, it makes sense that you can have the two symmetrical wings on the side, because if it's just like an emote that's like looking to the side or something, you can't really get away with using the wings. I like the little pink wing emotes. They're so cute. Yeah. I really like the fact that I can do really cool stuff with the like commands and things, and that I can set up the sounds with the emotes. Such a cool thing that I'm able to do with the power of technology. It's so cool. So I'm just gonna go ahead and outline her, the white areas. We're just gonna go ahead and make a nice outline over here. And then for, yeah, okay, so I'm thinking like that. I'm thinking with this arm, I might want it to be on top actually. So let's go ahead and delete some of this. Now I'm really thinking about it. Delete. Deleted. Oh gosh. Why is it all on one layer? Oh, it's because I backspace. I understand. So Photoshop does this thing where if you backspace, like if you undo something, it's really stupid. If you undo something and you happened to be on a different layer, it goes back to the layer that you were on instead of the layer you have currently selected. And that trips me up every single time. It's one thing that I, for some reason, never learn. And then I end up doing things on the wrong layer because the backspace just tripped me up. Paste in place. So we're going back to that step, which is super lame. That's okay. I'm not worried about it. Okay, so now we're on the correct layer. Now we are. There. Yeah, we'll do it this way. So, how's everybody doing this evening? It's officially Friday. Not that that matters much to a lot of people working service jobs. Yeah. Let's take this little hand. Go like edit, cut. Then we're gonna go arm. And then I'm going to go ahead and add 2 layers. Paste in place. And there we go. Okay, perfect. And then for this part, we're just gonna go ahead and outline her actual arm. I'm so excited for some of the things that I ordered. Don't you love buying gifts for yourself? Like, something is great about buying gifts for other people, but also you gotta splurge for yourself sometimes. And I find myself doing that over the holidays kind of a lot with the really good deals that go around this time of year. You know what I mean? I'm not really liking the shape of this. Like, I'm really messing this up. I think it's because maybe if I use my sleeve to slide around on the canvas, like I gotta get one of those things where it prevents your oils from like getting stuck. Like, it's such a pain in the butt. I don't know if I like that either. Maybe that's more like it, right there. I bought me and my niece some resin stuff, and we are both excited for it. Ooh, that's exciting. Gifts for myself, yay, right? Like, that's how it is, man. There's something about it. You just gotta get yourself something. You see something on sale or, you know, what have you. Are you kidding me? I did it again. I literally did what I just said that I always do. See, I wasn't lying. I literally always forget, and it trips me up even though I should know better. Alright, we gotta redo that whole thing. It's okay. It's actually not a whole lot I have to redo. I'm just, literally just tracing something. The only thing is I'm just trying to get really clean lines because I'm going to be doing some filling. I might need to just erase some stuff, though, in here so that I can get this to work properly and make it look just right. Yeah. Okay, so I will have to be filling these in, and that is why I need to be so diligent about it. Okay. Yep. And then... And we're going to really, like, we're going to use tools to fill them in, so we just have to make sure that we do get really clean lines. All right. Except when the stuff doesn't come in when it's supposed to. Yes, that is unfortunately a big problem that tends to happen a lot. So that reminds me, I had just got something for my daughter. I'm just gonna say it because she hasn't really been watching my live streams lately. So my daughter, she's been asking for a Raichu toy, right? So she has like these letters and she likes to rearrange them to create words because she loves spelling. Spelling is like, she's so good at it. And she likes to use her letter sets that are like these 3D wooden letters. And she puts them together and she arranges them into words. And she has been using that as a very clever and adorable tactic to ask me for something that she really wants. She keeps spelling out Raichu toy. It must be Team Rocket. Yes, so Keto is ahead because he knows what I'm about to say. But she's been asking for a Raichu toy. And so I'm like, get her a Raichu toy. I gotta find a way to get her a Raichu toy. So of course I scoured the internet for the best deal because that's just how I am, but I also wanted to arrive before Christmas. So the best deal that I could find was on Facebook Marketplace. It wasn't too bad. See, I didn't think any of these were scams because they're literal dollars underneath the most common asking price for that plush. So I'm just like, okay. So I went on Facebook Marketplace and I found somebody. It's my first time ever using it. I've never used it. They canceled the order right away. So I'm like, okay, never mind. They probably already sold it or something. That's fine. And then I went on Walmart.com and I found another one at just about the same price, maybe a couple dollars more. And I bought that one, but it's really shady and I should have really looked into the sellers first because I didn't think it would be so easy for third-party sellers to be able to sell on Walmart.com, but apparently it's actually quite easy. And the sellers, I didn't know that there were seller profiles. See, this is something that all became apparent to me after I placed the order. Because I started really digging after that, which I should have ahead of time. But yeah, so I went looking through their stuff, and they're called Funny Fairy Inc. Funny Fairy Incorporated, but fairy is spelt weird. And so I'm like, okay, that must be like a toy seller. And I look. And they had at the time they had one review and it was a 5-star but with nothing. So that could be chalked up to a shill review. So I'm just like, okay, what have I gotten myself into? Another thing was I tried to do some digging on Funny Fairy Inc. anywhere on the internet and I couldn't find anything at all. And so I found something that was spelled the same way but with a hyphen, and I'm pretty sure it's not their website, and that thing doesn't have any reviews either. And also, what else? Oh yeah, the location that it said that it ships from isn't the same location that the tracking is showing where it's supposed to be picked up. And then it also says that it's awaiting scan from USPS, and it's been like this for 4 days. They printed the label, and then it says something like it's in pre-shipping transit. So like they have a third-party pre-shipper who basically goes around and picks up stuff and routes it over and gives it to USPS, and it's in a different state. So I'm just like, I'm pretty sure this is a giant scam, and it's been like that Sounds like Team Rocket for sure, right? It's totally looking like a scam right now. So I'm just like, really? You would scam someone out of $15 for a fake, like a not real plush? Stupid. So it was like $15, $16. If I'd known, I'd just go straight to like Amazon or something and buy the expensive stuff. It's like way more expensive on there, but at least it's gonna be legit. Like, Amazon, they have the same plushes, but they are like $10 more than like some of the lower asking prices, but everywhere else, like the PokemonCenter.com, like you can buy it for the really low price there, but they're out of stock. So that's the problem. A lot of those places that are selling it for like the normal price or the lower price is out of stock. And then all we have left now is price gouging, like sellers and scammers, price gougers and scammers. That's basically what I have. That's basically what I have to do. Maybe I should look on Etsy for a fan-made one. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely an option. I did actually already place an order for one on Amazon, and I think I'm just going to try to completely, I think I'm just gonna try to, completely get a refund for the scam one, because I should be able to prove that it's a scam. Yeah, they're not a legit company, the Funny Fairy, whatever. It doesn't seem like it. If it does show up in time, because it hasn't actually reached the time yet where it was predicted that it would show up. They said it would show up on the 15th, but it's looking pretty evident that it's not going to show up, because it's the 10th now and it's not even in the hands of USPS. So if it's stuck in pre-shipment hell, then obviously tracking says it's not getting to me. And if they literally did that just to print off the label as quick as possible, and it's not going to get to me on time because of that, that sucks. It sucks. I don't know. But I don't even think it's going to get to me at all. I feel like they're just scammers because of the things that just don't quite add up. The little things. And then they recently got another review. I was actually snooping on them today, and they have a new review. This is even more evidence to prove that they are scammers. Another review came in for this Funny Fairy thing, and it's a 1 star. They didn't leave any comment, they just left a 1 star. I don't know where the comment is, but it's a 1 star review, and I'm assuming it's because they never got their package. So, not looking good. I made a bad decision, but that's okay. I should be able to get a refund. I should be able to pretty easily prove that they are not legit, and I would think that that Walmart standards are a little bit better than that, and I would think that they would, do something about those sellers that are just not doing it. You would think that maybe they would terminate their account or something. I don't know. I really don't. But it happens. I mean, when you shop online, you're just gonna come across scammers, really. It sucks that it is that way, but it's nice that we have the option to shop online for things. I think that it's great. And I love selling online for things, too. Like, I love selling my art online. So I think that it's really great. It's a really great tool for people who are really trying to get themselves out there and try to be as what's that word? Like, we have integrity. Like, some people have integrity when they go to sell things online. And I remember getting my first review was the toughest thing, because I just needed a first sale. And the first sale came from a friend who bought a painting from me. She bought a ducklet painting. I painted my first acrylic Pokemon painting, and it was a ducklet. And I met this girl on a Pokemon forum, and she was so supportive of me, and she purchased it, and I shipped it to her all the way to Australia, and she got it, and she gave me that review, and she was so happy, and I was so happy too. Like, it was such a good thing. I don't think Walmart cares, because if they pay Walmart to sell things, on the Walmart website, yeah, I mean, kind of. They do have to keep up a standard, though. And they do have to do some kind of moderation as well, because scammers make them look bad, and lots of times Walmart ends up having to pay for their mistakes. So Walmart becomes liable as the platform for selling. Just like Etsy, they will can you if you are not a good seller, but you do have plenty of chances to prove yourself, and there are a lot of bad sellers. So those things, they do happen, but the big corporations, they do have to do some cleaning sometimes. It's true. My bot's kind of going wacky. I feel like it's talking too much. Let me change my timers, because I don't actually like how often they go through. I bought from a scammer on Amazon, and they covered it. Hopefully Walmart does the same. Yeah, Keto, I think that Walmart will. I've heard that you can actually, if you have like the receipt and stuff like that, you should be able to prove. Like, even if you have to return it, you can return it directly to Walmart, I believe. Like, it's weird how they have that set up. Or you can do returns. Like, they actually do have a return thing. And then they also have tracking on there. And with the tracking, if the tracking can't say delivered at my residence with my address on there, then they're going to refund me. They're going to end up having to. The proof is right there. The Walmart platform has to be liable for that. So yeah, I mean, that's just how it is. It sucks. Okay, let's change this. I feel like the timers are too much. 23 minutes? I feel like it's actually more than that. It seems like it's gone off a few times. Maybe I would give it like 35 minutes. Okay, I like that. Alright, 35 is probably better. I don't like how often the bot spews out the messages, because I like the chat to look alive, full of people. I kind of don't like seeing my own messages on there. Is that weird? Like, maybe I'm weird. Alright, so let's do this. So now we're gonna go back to the coat, and here's the coat. We're just gonna go ahead and fill that part in. We're gonna go ahead and then make that. We're gonna fill this. We're gonna fill that. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the magic wand. Tolerance. 100. We're gonna set the tolerance to... No, that was stupid. Select, deselect. Deselect it. So I need to connect these. I forgot that that's a thing I have to do. How silly. Alright, let's try that again. Okay, tolerance 100. We're gonna do refine edge. Then we're gonna shift it. We're gonna shift it outward as much as possible. Feather, possibly. Feather a little, just a tiny bit, like 1.0. Feather. And then we're going to do a high contrast. And then we're going to go, okay. Now we're going to go ahead and fill it. We're just going to fill it in several times. Over and over and over. Now we're going to go select, deselect. That looks pretty clean. Maybe not perfect, but pretty clean. I think some of the lines over here just need to be kind of just like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I remember that. So basically keto, his experience with Amazon was it was a really crappy one. He actually bought, like, what was it, a weight bench? It was a weight bench, wasn't it? And that thing just never came. I think I remember it just never shipped or something. And you were waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and it was like a new seller or something, or they just dipped. I remember like the seller just disappeared into thin air, like the seller wasn't found or something like that. And so they literally just got their big sale, and then they're just like, haha, we scammed one, boys, let's dip. And then Amazon covered you, so that was cool. But yeah, that does suck. It really sucks. It sucks so bad when that happens. Just want to make sure. Okay, good. That's on the right layer. And this shall be as well. Refine edge. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to do a feather 1.0. Feather 1. Shift edge to the max. And then contrast, we're just going to max that out as well. Okay. And then we're going to fill it in over and over and over and over and over. Perfect. Select, deselect. Alright, and now I'm just going to go ahead and fill in some of these little gaps. Perfect. There we go. Yeah, okay. So now, when we zoom out, we're going to have like a silhouette of like a lab coat. And, yeah, okay, so we will have that, and then also, alright, so and behind her, let's also work on her tiny little tail as well. Let's work on her tail. I believe her tail is black. Let's just check. Okay, so that's not a good reference photo for that. So that's not very telling. But this one should be right here. Okay, so her little tail is black. Let's go ahead and give her a black tail. I'm gonna go ahead and use the color picker. Cool. And just to make sure. Perfect. Okay. I probably zoom out a little bit for this. 100% is fine. Actually, I want a larger brush. And I want to be able to control it. There we go. She's got a little curl in her tail. In this, anyways. Hopefully that looks okay. What do you guys think? That little tail right there. Hopefully that funky little curl right there looks alright. Yeah, she looks pretty cute. I really like this character a lot. Okay. So with that, I'm also thinking to myself, maybe I should now work on her clipboard. Yeah, let's do her clipboard now. Let's give her a little clipboard. And we'll go 1, 150. I think I just want to go 150 for this. And I'm just going to go ahead and kind of create my own colors for this clipboard instead of doing some grabby, because I do like to grab colors a lot, but I don't need to every single time. I just need to sometimes. A lot of clipboards are like kind of like a light brownish color, right? So I'm thinking something akin to, let's see. So that's the legs, okay, and then the arms underneath the arm. Underneath the arm, but on top of this coat. So that's where I'm going to be wedging this clipboard. So, husband and I finally finished Phoenix Wright together, the first one. Not the entire trilogy, but we bought the trilogy and we started playing it together. And it's a really fantastic game. So we just finished the first one though, and I finished it back in the day on the DS. And I borrowed it from somebody. And it was really a good game. I was surprised at how much and how little I remembered. At certain parts, I remembered so much, but at other parts, I remembered almost nothing. It was so weird. But I could remember a lot more, like the more that I actually played. It seemed like the later trials, I remembered a lot better. But yeah, I mean, it was so interesting seeing how I just couldn't remember certain things. It was very bizarre. I don't think I need each individual paper or each individual layer on this on separate layers. I don't really think I need to do all of that. This is a pretty minute detail in the drawing. So I think I'm just going to kind of like paint it to the best that I can. Oops. There we go. There we go. Okay, very good. And then we'll just kind of like add some like text here. Yeah, alright. So I think that looks pretty cute, like... Right, okay, awesome. So then let's get ourselves a gray color, like a dark gray. Okay. That'll be pretty good for us to zoom in. Let's zoom in, and then let's go ahead and draw in the little actual clip part of the clipboard. I'm just gonna totally obscure what I just put there. Maybe if I just do like a little... Yeah, there we go. We're just gonna go ahead and do that. Like this. And we're gonna go ahead and trace that out. Perfect. There we are. we have a clipboard. I wouldn't say it's the best clipboard ever, but it's clipboard. So, yeah, guess it works. I might actually want to do something like this. Let's go ahead and move some of that around. Oh, hey! Hey, it's me, Smoko! Hi, happy Friday! How's it going? I hope you're doing great this evening. It is Friday, it's the end of the week, so hopefully you and Brother Prospero are having a nice weekend, or beginning to your weekend. A good start to your weekend. Yeah. I'm thinking if I do like that, this may look better. It's hard to say. I think it looks worse than it did. But at this point, I think it's alright. Let me check. Alright, let's take a look at it at 75%. Yeah, it's such a small, minute detail. I don't really think it's that important. Good thanks. Prospero stayed home because he wasn't feeling super great, and it's been a super chill day since I got to work from home. We're in weekend mode for sure. Oh, nice! Well, that's really good news. That you guys kind of got a start to your weekend. It's unfortunate that Brother Prospero is not feeling good, because, dude, yeah, he was saying that last night, and that really sucks. Like, that part does suck. I know that you guys were mentioning that you, were you chilling with your friend Matt, or were you guys just, chatting? Yeah. Sounds like weekend mode has commenced as of today. Well, that's good though. See, the thing about getting or starting to feel kind of under the weather right at the start of the weekend or like toward the end of the week, it gives you these extra days to kind of get it over with and like get the sickness over with before you go back. So I mean, it's bittersweet though, because it does kind of take away from your days off. Like it really robs you of that too. So yeah, but at least it gives him time to rest for the weekend. Oh, you texted. Oh, okay. Nice. That's so cool. Right on, right on. All right, so this is kind of the progress we have so far of our little Petri. I got started on her little lab coat. I just made her tiny little clipboard, and I gave her a little mousy tail. Yeah. So much fun! She's so great. I love Petri. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom right back in. We're gonna go into 150. I like 150 for this, I think. It's pretty good for having the ability, like, the sizing is important because you want to make sure that you have space on your tablet so that you can do like single brush strokes for like if you want something to be in a single brush stroke, you really want to be able to have it have the room to do it. So you're zoomed in just enough to do it, but you're zoomed out just enough to also do it. Like, the sizing is really important because your hand can only like handle so much, and then also you got to choose your brush size and then the opacity and all the settings and stuff like that are super important and definitely not to be overlooked. I think a lot of times people skip over that because it's all this extra stuff, but man, I think that it's actually super important to pay attention to those little settings. They make all the difference. Alright. Let's go ahead and I think I want to take some of that, like there's sort of like a violet or a purple over here. A nice violet color. Let's make her little tie violet. So this is the clipboard. It's wedged under her arm. This is her entire body. This is her body right there. Okay, cool. Something that I am noticing though is that her arm, here we go. We're gonna need to kind of fix this little spot right here because that's going to definitely show if I'm not careful. Okay, now we're gonna go back in and do this. And then we're gonna go ahead and use that violet again. Alrighty, perfect. So now on her coat, we're gonna go ahead and add on some layering. I think that her coat, her lab coat, needs its own folder. This is such a groovy song. I like it too much. Okay, here we go. Now that we're zoomed in just a little bit, I do want a little bit of a bigger brush to work with. And then there we go. Very cool. Let's go ahead and all right, cool. And then on the next layer up, we're gonna clip it, create a clipping mask, and then we're going to make a purple bow tie. It's gonna be like super purple. I'm just gonna grab it from her amiibo card. One of these of violets. Okay, there we go. There we go. Very nice little tie right there. Hey, Sunla. I'm not sure what to call you, so don't worry if that's weird. No, that's not weird. You can call me Sunla. I have some extra brilliant diamond fossils if you want Snatch to meet them. Ooh, that's exciting. It's been a while since I played. Brispero says hi. Hello, Brispero. Hi. That's really cool. I would love that. I keep only digging up. I can only seem to ever dig up the armor fossil. So, yeah. That, I think I'm missing pretty much everything else. So that kind of sucks. I will be right back. I just need to go take care of allergies, but I don't think I need to put it on a break screen super quick. Or maybe I should. No, I don't need the full 5 minutes. I will be right back, you guys. I'm just feeling the allergies. All right. Jeez, allergies. I have to turn. I feel better. Thank you. Sorry. Alright, let's go ahead and grab my stuff again. Oh, and hold on. I need a stylus to draw, so that's pretty important. I have a ton of skull fossils, but I just randomly started getting the other 3 I can get. Oh, nice. That's great. I think I need the skull fossil. I need pretty much everything else. I need to start playing again because I only recently just beat Cynthia, and then shortly after I went to the battle tower. The next thing that I did after beating Cynthia was I went straight to battle tower, and then I got my 2021 win streak, and I got to Palmer, and I beat Palmer. It was my first, it was okay. I was so stoked because this is my first time that I went to battle tower, that I beat the Tycoon with my base Pokemon that I actually adventured with in the game. And it's also the first time that during the first playthrough of a game, and it's like my first time entering battle tower for that game, that I got that far and beat the Tycoon. Like, I never go in there and my first shot I go in there and actually get that far into the streak. You know what I mean? I never get that far that fast. So I was so stoked when I finally did it, but it was so hard, dude. So the Tycoon, he has a Melodic, a Dragonite, and a Rhyperior. I remember his Rhyperior, and I remember his Rhyperior is a special attacker, and he's designed to trip you up, and he has Ice Beam. So I was already prepared for that. But I wasn't prepared for his Melodic because I forgot he had that Stolly Melodic that uses recovery and that uses hypnosis, recovery, Dragon Pulse as its attack, and also Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump, Dragon Pulse, hypnosis, and recovery. And those moves, okay, it was able to wipe out 2 of my Pokemon, and I had a trump card for that. I had a Raichu, but it Hydro Pumped. It used Hypnosis right away, put him to sleep, and Hydro Pumped him twice and killed him. So then all I had left was my Empoleon, who had leftovers and a Shell Bell. No, not a shell. It can't hold 2 things at once. It used to have a Shell Bell. I switched it to leftovers because it wasn't good for that specific playthrough and the setup that I had. I gave my Raichu the Shell Bell. I gave my Empoleon the leftovers. And how did I handle that? Oh yeah. I just tanked it. I just took all of the hits that it could throw at me, and I let it put me to sleep so that it could keep attacking and not really get very far. And I got down to the red, even with the slow recovering, but I managed to run down its power points completely. So it started using Struggle, and then it killed itself. So that's how I won that. And the Dragonite was cake because I had Ice Beam on that Empoleon, so yeah, that was cool. Oh man. The Elite Four just kicked my butt. Oh man! Wait, did you finish the Elite Four, or are you still going through that right now? Oh, I finished the Elite Four. Cynthia was really tough. I think I almost had to retry with her. But I ended up winning somehow. Her Spiritomb really put a dent in my team pretty much first thing. Yeah, that did suck. That Cynthia is hard. Cynthia used to be hard. Well, actually, my first playthroughs, I don't think I really struggled with Cynthia. This time around, I did, but I do know that a lot of people struggle with Cynthia. She's difficult. The E4 in this game is pretty challenging, I think, because they kind of I feel like the level of the Pokemon that they have are a little bit of a step up from what you enter after fighting against. So all of the trainers on the route before really aren't that strong, and then when you get to the Elite Four, their Pokemon are 10 levels higher or something crazy like that. They're quite a bit more. Guru, hello, welcome. Hi. I'm trying to level up my Pokemon more before I try again. Oh, good call. Did you collect all the rare candies that you could too? Because I feel like that does help quite a bit if you want to use them. Sometimes I use them for a little level boost in between the battles if I feel that my Pokemon are kind of slipping behind level, because sometimes they do, and so I'll use some of those rare candies that I pick up, like the hidden item ones, and I just try to level up if I feel I need to, just on the fly in the Elite Four, because I feel like, and I did end up doing that actually. I did that just before Cynthia. I remember I used, I think, 4 rare candies. I used them on my Garchomp. I actually used 2 on 2 Pokemon. I used 2 on my Garchomp, and I used 2 on my Raichu, I think? Was it my Raichu? I can't remember which one I used it on. No! Wait. I think it was my Raichu. Yeah, it was definitely my Raichu. Because I remember I was using it as my special sweeper, and I went in there, and I can't remember how I defeated her, to be honest with you. I felt like the Palmer battle was a lot more exciting, because that one's like a lot's on the line, you know, a 21 win streak. We're talking right now. Yes, Cynthia is too difficult. The E4 is easy. Yeah, I agree. Cynthia's pretty tough. I think I used them to get my Pokemon to the same levels. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, so you used them already. Yeah, so I remember I used some before I fought Cynthia, because I know she's a pain in the butt, and I was actually really kind of struggling with the others beforehand. My Pokemon were pretty beat up at that time, but I did come with like all of the, like I had so much money from the amulet coin that I bought all the things that I need, like all the revives, and then I bought all of the hyper potions, but I hardly used any hyper potions because as soon as you're able, pro tip, above, I think it's Salacion City, the one with the daycare, I think. Above that, there's that little milk shop. There's that little, like a cafe. You go in there and you can buy Moo Moo milk, and those cure 100 hit points per Moo Moo milk, and they're pretty cost effective. So you just buy a bunch of those. They've really nerfed hyper potions in these games. I remember back in the day, they used to heal a lot more. I thought it was 200 HP that they used to heal, and then they nerfed them, and now it's only 120 HP that they heal. But it does add a bit of a challenge, so that's okay. Or you could just buy max potions, whatever. No thanks to the Deeves patching out useful glitch. I'm not playing any more of those games. Hey, pro tip, Guru. If you like glitches in those games, I don't know if you tried this, but you can actually, if you have the cartridge version, I think it only works with the cartridge version, you can actually go into your Switch settings, delete the data for the Pokemon game. Like, delete all of the data, but don't delete your save data. It'll ask you if you want to delete the save data too. Don't do it. So just keep your data, keep your save data, and then delete the data for the actual game itself. Then insert the cartridge, and there's a way that you can go into the settings and you can turn off the automatic updates. So you can make it so that software you have to manually update, or you have to basically say if it's okay to update. It might prompt you still, but it won't automatically patch it. So when you insert the cartridge again, make sure that you go into the settings and that you turn off those automatic updates, and then you can play on the original like 1.0 release again. I tried, but it requires me to update. It is required, not optional. I already tried with Super Mario Odyssey. Are you sure? Because I've actually been playing Pokemon on, I mean, it's been like 2 days or so since I've played, but I'm playing on a previous version that they patched like a week ago, and because I didn't want to deal with their patches either, I wanted to play with some glitches. Like, I wanted to play with like some of the surfing glitches and stuff, and I knew that they were going to try to patch them. So I just went in those settings and I made it stop updating. I'm not playing on the original like 1.0 version because I didn't go back and do that whole delete the data thing, but that is something that you can do. So if you're interested in doing that, oh yeah, you can't play online until you update, definitely. So what I recommend that you do anytime you want to go like on a glitch fest and you want to play with glitches, you can roll back your version by having the cartridge version, which I don't know if you have, and it would suck if you don't. Then I don't know what you would do with that, but you can roll back your version by deleting the game data, inserting the cartridge, making it so that it prompts you for updates, and doesn't auto-install, and then you can go on a glitch fest, glitch run, or whatever, and then when you're ready to play online, you can update the game again, and then roll it back whenever you feel. Yeah. So, I can tweet you out the exact message. Oh, I can tweet out the exact message. Yeah, I mean, I really think you're able to, just you cannot play online. So Rin is totally right about that. You can't play online without updating, but you should be able to roll it back and play just as normal. There's somebody who made a video about it, and that's how I learned about the rollback thing. I can't remember. I'm going to grab that for you. There's a video link to a pretty chill YouTuber who covers glitch topics because I'm quite interested in them. I do like glitches, and I like to play with them. They're very fun. But yes, there is someone who makes videos on this exact topic. I think it's like Blaine's or something is their YouTube. Let me check. Blaine's. I might want to go into... Oh yeah, glitches patched, but here it is. Okay. I found it. This is the video I'm talking about, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab this for you, copy. And I'm just gonna close this. Give this a little look. Paste. Give this a little check. Yeah. So the problem with that is the fact that you're allowing it to download the update data. It's downloaded, but it's pending. So there's a difference between pre-downloaded and pre-installed. So I think what you're experiencing... Legend of Zelda music too. I should. I so should, Rin. Thank you. I'm going to write this down. Legend. Laws. Music. Okay. It's written on a sticky note on my desk. And I'm gonna... Thank you for the suggestion. I actually really like suggestions. So there is a difference between pre-download and pre-install. So it'll automatically download. Once it's automatically downloaded, if it's a mandatory patch, it will not let you play the title until you actually apply the patch. So it's downloaded, it's on your system, and then it will force you to apply it to actually run the software. If you decide to make it so that it has to prompt you in order to download, then you can prevent it from downloading and therefore prevent it from automatically applying or forcing you to apply that patch. Sorry, didn't mean to distract you. My ADD just kicked in. I'm very ADD myself, so you're good. I'm extremely distractible with everything, and it's a part of my life, and I've gotten pretty used to it. It's all good. 1.1.2 is mandatory. Like I said, if you play solo, so you have to do these things. You have to make sure that you go into your system settings, and then you have to make sure that it actually prompts you to download, not for installs. So it'll say that there's an update. Would you like to install it? You can continuously work around that if it doesn't actually download it. Or it says there's an update, would you like to download it? So you have to make sure that you make it so that it doesn't download anything. And I'm not talking about applying the patch. I'm talking about actually downloading the data in order to apply the patch. So it will force you to apply the patch if it's downloaded. But if you force it to not download, then you can actually circumvent that. But you can't play online, like Rin said. So it's only mandatory if you want to play online, 1, and 2, if you allow it to download, which means you have to disable that in the settings. Yeah. So that's about it. 1.1.2 is actually something that I'm not on. I'm on 1.1.1 right now is my software version. And it launches just fine. In fact, let me go get my Switch for you, and then we'll give it a look. I have it so that it hasn't downloaded, and I'm not allowing it to download whatsoever. And it knows that there's a software update available, but it hasn't downloaded it, and it won't therefore apply it. I will be right back, and let me go grab my Switch. Have returned with my lovely little Switch. Sorry to everyone both watching and in chat. Don't you worry, we're all interested in Pokemon and we're all interested to see what happens, but here, check this all out. Okay, I've got Pokemon. This will look kind of flipped because I am on a mirrored cam, so let's go ahead and do this. So it says a new update is available. Would you like to download it? So of course, I'm going to say start software. I'm just going to go into my profile just like normal. And then it just boots up. So there won't be any issues. This is kind of, sorry about the cam, you guys. It's really not designed to do this. But this is a fun little thing. I just kind of want to show you because we're all Pokemon nerds here. Well, a lot of us are. And you know what? If people aren't, that's okay. We'll get back into drawing momentarily. Press the A button. So, another thing that we can do is we can press... I can't remember what you press to get the system settings. Ah, here we go. So let's see if it'll actually show you right here. I'm actually on 1.1.1 right now. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to see, but there it is, 111. Do you see that little... It's like not really focused quite right. Version 111. 1.1.1. Yep. I mean, from 1.0 it requires it. Yeah, so I did get the 1.1.1 and it did actually forcefully download, but I was able to go in my settings and disable that. So if you go into... Okay, here we go. So if you go into, if you press minus on the software, and then you go down to delete software, you can actually go in and completely delete the software, and then you can put your cartridge back in and then go into your save data settings, which are in the actual console settings. And those will allow you to not auto-update. Like, it'll prevent that from happening. So it'll prompt you anytime it wants to download software. It won't download it without your permission, and it can't install it without downloading it. So that's where you have the upper hand. You can say no to updates, but you can't play online. That's the big problem. Unfortunately, that is something that we cannot circumvent. And that's where that becomes an issue, but you can play online on other titles, so it won't auto-update or anything like that. So, yeah, fret not. I mean, you should be able to play with glitches regardless. You just have to backpedal your version. So hopefully that's all important information for people who like to play with glitches. It's extremely niche for people who play Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl and like to enjoy glitches. Pretty fun stuff. Alright, so back to drawing. I actually enjoyed that break and I felt that I needed it a little bit. Okay, so let's get into this. I'm gonna go ahead and start making some lines. So I'm thinking I should do something kind of like a gray color. Maybe gray like the ends of her paws sort of color. And then I can go up to the sketch. Let's make this opacity even lower than it already is. Just extremely faint right there. So faint that we can hardly see it at all. Hardly. There we go. I like that. And then we're gonna go back to the lab coat. We're gonna go back to the lab coat, and then we're going to add another layer with another clip and mask. Speaking of the games, it is easy to get money in them via digging in the Grand Underground. Oh, really? Yeah. So, how so? I used to, in Diamond and Pearl, my method of getting money was to use the Versus Seeker with the really rich people in that trophy garden area. I did that over and over and over and over with the amulet coin. So I got tons of money doing that because there are really rich people that you can battle. But I don't know of the Grand Underground methods. So what have you found? What method is your way of making the monies? Oh, I see. We're just gonna delete this layer. Delete it. And then, I think, think if I turn this into its own group... Oh, okay. I see. I see. I actually want to do a clipping mask on this, so let's go create a clipping mask, and then let's go like this. I didn't like that brush stroke. Let's go ahead and try again. Oh, that's right. That's because of that little arm there, huh? There, that's better. There we are. Okay, very cool. I've got this little lab coat of hers. Basically, evolutionary stones and fossils, if you have multiple, that is quick money. Oh, yeah, they're pretty good to sell. I do like that. Same with the shards. The shards, you would... What are those for again? Those, I feel like they're good for... You use them as a currency for something. But I think I would hold on to the shards because I think that they're pretty good for something, but I can't remember what they're for. Move tutor stuff? Move tutor? Does that sound right? Because I think that there is a move tutor that takes heart scales, and he's the basic move tutor, but isn't there another or other move tutors that do something for shards? I can't remember. I don't even know if it's something that's necessary, to be honest with you. Post-game content. Found out too late. Oh, yeah, gotcha. No worries. Did you ever play the original ones? The Diamond and Pearl and Platinum? I'll just delete that. That doesn't need to be there. Super cute. I'm wondering if I should just kind of do something like that, and then maybe like a couple of Control-Alt-Delete, and then a couple of little clothing wrinkles right there. My very first Pokemon games were the Ultra ones. The reasons? Religious parents. Oh, I feel ya. I have fairly religious parents myself, and can completely relate to that. I don't know if I want that cleft to quite look like that. Yeah. I agree. I know how that can be. It is unfortunate that, you know, sometimes we are raised by people who prohibit us from doing things arbitrarily, you know. Pokemon is like, you know, they think that it's heinous and that it's like dogfighting, and it's really not anything like that. You know what I mean? Because that's like really brutal and really horrifying, and like Pokemon are made out to be like these creatures, these fantasy creatures out of like mystical like essence that's not really like normal animals, and they're just not quite, you know, like it's not like that in the I don't know. At least I don't see it that way. And I don't think that it's supposed to be seen that way, so I'm going to make her lip a little bit darker. And we're going to design her little mouth. She's got a nose right there. And then she's got that right there. And then she's also got her little mouth somewhere. But where is that? Okay, so her glasses. Is her mouth all the way up here? No? Okay, so maybe it's right. Maybe it's down here. Nope. Those are her eyes. See, this is what happens when you don't label things. There we go. Okay. All right, let's do this. Edit. We're gonna do this, right? Layer. I'm thinking image. I don't know if this only applies to this layer or literally everything. Okay, good. That's what I want it to do. All right, perfect. Yeah, we want it to be like this dark, like this scarlet red. All right. The only reason for them, oh yeah, the evolution thing. I forgot that was a whole like thing with the, yeah, because just so, just help me, seriously. I remember this time when my dad took me to this like, it was like a TED Talk, but for Christians. And it was like this big, like, speaker who's like really, I guess, well known in the Christian, you know. And he like spoke about like all of the reasons why evolution is not real. And they keep saying things like it's just a theory, but I think they're using the word theory or assuming that it means something that it doesn't. And they say things like it's just a theory, like it's not proven, but they're looking at the word like hypothesis, and I won't get into that. Like the word hypothesis is what they're looking for, but it's a whole thing with me. You might be able to tell, but I'm just, you know, I just think that the whole debate, people can feel whatever they want, right, inside. And we all have our own truths and we have our own beliefs. And I will never, there's the chill theme, woo! I will never criticize someone for their beliefs until they affect others negatively. So I think that people can believe what they really want to. I have faith in something. I do. Personally, I do. If I'm gonna put it out there, at this time, my belief kind of correlates more with panentheism. And I mean, that's just what I believe, but I also respect everyone else because nobody has the answer. And I think that when people get too preachy and start shoving it down other people's throats, that's when it becomes an issue. You know what I mean? Like I respect everybody's beliefs. And I think that everybody should respect each other because these things divide us too much, and it's just not worth it. There's no real reason, especially when the debate will never be over. Nothing's proven, right? So I think that it's pretty bad when, you know, I think that it's pretty bad when people affect others' way of living and well-being over their beliefs. You know what I mean? So, my condolences. I'm sorry that your parents didn't allow you to play Pokemon because of the evolution in it. It's not even the same as like real world evolution, so it's just a funny thing because it's so vastly different. It's really more just like the term used pretty loosely. It's not quite the same. But you know, hopefully now you're kind of free of that type of, you know, what should I say? Hopefully now you're a little bit more free in your life. In your decisions, your ability to make your own decisions. Because it is unfortunate. It really is. To be completely honest with you. It does kind of bite a little bit. I'm gonna go into this color. Okay, I think that's probably good right there. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna start like filling in her mouth over here, but I really want to select just the right color. And I don't think this is quite right. This isn't quite what I want. For the color of the inside of her mouth, I think I want it to be something else. So let's do this. Layer, or how about edits? We're gonna go into edit. And then we're gonna go adjustments, hue and saturation. That's kind of what I want. All right, lightness. We're gonna bring up the lightness. Perhaps saturation. Maybe I want it to be dark. And I want it to be something akin to that. Or perhaps I do want it to just, I don't think I want it to be just plain black. I feel like it should be a little bit lighter because I kind of did like the lightish color. Something like, maybe I should have it mostly like, kind of like her tongue. And then I should adjust the hue accordingly. Make it a little bit lighter. Here we go. I like to be able to see it on both monitors because it really helps me. There we go. I know I've said this before. I became an atheist because of the small private Christian school I attended from 2011 to 2016. Graduated a year early due to their financial state the school was in at the time. Oh, that's interesting. So odd. So they pushed students out and just had them graduate just because they were in kind of a weird financial situation? That's so bizarre. How strange. Alright, so let's do like an opacity lock. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab, do an eyedropper tool on that, and we're gonna go ahead and grab some product on that. I'm gonna go ahead and get like this brownish color. We're gonna do something like that. Maybe not quite. Maybe something like that. I think that's better. Personally, maybe it isn't. I can't tell. It's hard to say. Wait, I think maybe I should blend it a little bit. That's alright, I think that's a little better. Okay. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Zooming out. 75%. And there's her little mousy cuteness. Okay. Now, if I remove the lines, and I'm kind of also thinking that if I take these glasses, right, and I go back to these glasses, not that, this right here, I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate the layer and then make one of them invisible. I'm gonna take this one and then I'm gonna go ahead and create like a little bit of a streak for her to peer through. Oops. I didn't quite like how not straight that was. Oops. That too. Just wasn't quite exactly what I wanted. Alright, here we go. Now we're gonna go over a front edge and we're going to feather it. I'm gonna feather it. And then we're gonna go, okay. And then I'm going to go edit, clear. And the feathering really isn't that good. So the view, I really want the view to kind of help me see how much it's feathered. So maybe I need it to be more feathered. Yeah, feather that out a lot more. And then shift edge. Good, like right there, feather. Not that far. Just something kind of like that. Smooth. And then edit, clear that. Right? Okay. Select. Deselect. And then I'm going to have this layer. This one's on. But I think for this one, duplicate layer, okay. This one, I want this one to be, oh, actually, so I'm gonna delete this, all right, and this one, select, deselect. So that one, okay, so this one, now I only want this opacity to be like that. And then I think we have kind of the effect that we want. Just adjust it accordingly. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. I feel that works. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. To be fair, the school consisted of a 12th grader, an 11th grader, a 4th grader, and a kindergartner or a 1st grader. What? That sounds tiny. So, Guru, so you never went to like a public school or anything. I mean, in a lot of cases, that's a good thing. Because public school is booty. Is booty. But yeah. So I think where I stand on that is that I think everybody should be allowed to have their beliefs and their truths and their ideals. And I think that when it starts to come down on other people and how they live their lives, I think that's when it becomes a problem. Good, yeah, right. In some cases. But to me, that sounds like a very different type of case. Yeah, public school it's a its own kind of awful. It's like a prison. And it's got its own set of issues. I mean, getting your stuff stolen, being bullied is a normal thing. Like, all of these things, being picked on by teachers not having enough time for you. When you fall behind, nobody seems to care. It's got its own set of issues, really. And yeah, I mean, it's just unfortunate circumstances. I think a lot of times there's no good answer. Like, okay, so I'm a mother. I have a daughter. She's 4. And she's going to be redshirting school, which means that she will be older than the other students, older than the other kids, because of the time of year that she is born. That's irrelevant, really. But we want to make sure that she gets into a nice school, because public schools are pretty bad, but we also don't want to put her in something that we can't trust. It's difficult selecting a good school, but we want her to be able to succeed. But putting children in a school is, I feel like it's always a tough choice for the parents. In addition to the Pledge of Allegiance, we also have to say the Pledge of Christian flag and the Pledge of the Bible. Yeah, I believe that. No surprises there. We did those sorts of things when, I remember I went to Bible study for a few years. I went to different churches, and we did Bible studies. And yeah, they had us repeat a lot of things. I mean, you know, and I was there, but I didn't. This is bad, but I liked the biblical stories. I do still like the biblical stories. I think that they do teach a lot of times certain good values. Yeah, I mean, I can't really say much more here, but you know, it's chill. Whatever you want to do, whatever you believe in your adult life, you have the choice. You have the decision to make for yourself. And nobody can control you. Your parents can't control you when you're an adult. So I definitely suggest that you go your own route, which clearly you already have. I think that a lot of times when authority figures, like parents, push their children in a certain direction super hard, a lot of times it backfires, especially when a lot of times they're controlling somebody with fear. You know what I mean? Because that's not gonna go right. It's just not. You can't control people with fear. And I think a lot of times, adults will try to control their children with fear, or with the fear of God. The church will control you with the fear of God. And it's a very powerful fear, because nobody wants to burn for eternity. That's such a horrible, horrible thing. And to use something like that on your child, it's really messed up. It's really messed up. And it's just custom. It's just normal in that Christian culture. It's just it's just another day. Oh, don't get me started on Bible study and chapel being separate. Though the person who did chapel did get cancer, I feel bad for her. Oh no. Is she okay? That's scary. Man. It's very sad. Yeah, I never wish ill upon anybody. That's a very sad circumstance. It's terrible. I'm gonna zoom in 150. I'm always here. I always end up talking about some terrible, heinous stuff. Hope you guys don't mind. I'm just kind of, you know, back and forth in with the convo. And I know that it can get pretty intense sometimes. It can. Yeah, it can. But hey, we be drawing tonight, so at least that's a good thing. It makes me feel happy. Arting makes me feel really happy. Creating le art. Which line art? Oh, that was the sloppy line art. That's right. Okay. So, now on her hair, I think. Okay. So this is her whole head. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go down to her hair layer, but it's so hard to see on this tiny little tablet screen where her hair layer is. Ah, here it is. Here's her little hair. Okay, so we're gonna go on top of that and we're gonna do a nice little clipping mask. Right on our clipping mask, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a color. We're just gonna grab this color right here. Perfect. And then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna carefully there. That's honestly all we needed. Check that out. Okay. So now on that same layer, I'm gonna go ahead and actually kind of like sharpen this up a little bit. Yeah, I mean, some pretty scary subjects, or, you know, very heavy subjects always seem to come up. But hey, I mean, that's what happens in life, right? How are you gonna avoid that? But at least we're all here to kind of talk about it, right? It's nice. It's nice to be able to kind of vent. Haven't heard anything from her since. Hopefully she recovered. Lost my grandmother, great uncle, my best teacher to cancer. Never do I wish upon anybody. That's horrible. My grandma passed away. She had emphysema and she had lung cancer. And she was a heavy smoker. But she was the closest person on my mother's side of my family that I had. And I'm happy that in our last years together, we did bond quite a bit. We used to like to go to dinner together, just her and I. We would just go out on granddaughter dates. And it was so nice. And honestly, back to the church thing, she and I would go to church together. And the thing is that, you know, of course, it wasn't really my thing. But I actually just, any opportunity that I had to go with family, if they wanted to go, if it's family that I love, I would definitely go to church with. And same with friends who have invited me to church, I will go with them. Super great. I do actually like to go and listen and go enjoy and listen to the same sermons as them, and just kind of back and forth talk about it. I think that it's actually quite nice. Even though I don't consider myself a Christian myself anymore, I still actually do like to kind of, you know. But she and we used to go to church together, and she really wanted to go to this CCV place. It's Christian Church of the Valley, which is one of those big churches. And it's that thing from Minecraft. What are those called again? I forget what they're called. Those zombie things that explode. Yeah, so those, it was one of those big commercial churches. So, I mean, I think a lot of, like, people don't really like those types of churches because they do make it super obvious that they're extremely monetized. A creeper, that's what it's called. I drew a blank there. Thank you. Yeah, so she wanted to go to CCV, and we would go together, and they had quite nice bands there, I will say. And, oh, headed to bed. Good night. Good night, Guru. Thanks for chit-chatting with me. Thank you for that. I hope you have a super amazing night, and, yeah, have a good weekend. Yeah, so yeah, I'll go to church with her, continuing on. And I enjoyed that time with her. I actually really wish I had it back. It's unfortunate that we lose people in our lives. These things, I mean, I'm still not over her. I come across things that I know that my grandma would love. She's the person who turned me into the bird lady. Like, she's the one who taught me pretty much most of my recipes that I have, and all of my favorite foods that she got me into were because of her. Like, she had left such a huge impact on my life, like a lot more than I think most of my family. I look up to her still to this day quite a bit. It's just so unfortunate when we lose people that we love very much. And yeah, just, and I truly believe that her spirit is watching over. I mean, I talk to her like she's still here sometimes, you know? I do. Alrighty, so now we have all of these little nuanced lines. I think it's about high time we start actually adding some things like shading, layer styles, drop shadows, stuff like that. If I go ahead and do my blending options, which will appear right there, let's see here. What have we got? Let's do some drop shadow here. Not like that. Look how ugly that looks. Oh god. Okay. Actually, now that I think about it, cancel. I can't do that. Cancel. Because of the texture of everything. It's quite not right for that. But that is quite okay. I think I'm gonna start doing something. Okay, lines. We've disabled lines. That's her head. Removed. We're gonna collapse that really quick. Here's her body. Full body right there. Okay. So head, group 3. I'm gonna call that body. B-O-D-Y. Head, body. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Celestial theme, yay! Love celestial theme. Alright, so let's take a look here. Alright, I think what I want to do first is I kind of want to add some like pale to her, because I think she almost looks like she's kind of like a, I can't tell if she's like a light gray or like a mid gray. I think it depends on the lighting. So let's look at Petri. Let's look at pictures of Petri. I thought she was a pretty pale mouse. Oh yeah. Duh, I have to search Petri, AC, and age. I can't just search Petri because it pulls up Petri dishes. Not shopping for Petri dishes. The dark themes look better in my opinion. You know what? I agree. I like the themes that are darker. I think they just look cool. Petri, ACNH, enter. Please. Please. She is so lovely and I love her very much. Okay, so let's see here. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, let me see. Let us see. Let us see. Okay. So I just want to look at her, and she to me looks like a very light gray. I wasn't sure at first. I thought with her original reference photo, she looks like a white mouse, but then in Pocket Camp, she looks a little bit darker. It's so hard to say. I think that, oh wait, I'm looking at some pictures and New Horizons, and she is quite pale. I don't know why she looks so gray. Okay, I had a feeling. Okay, I don't want to mess this up. Alright, so let's see here. Let's get a bigger size. That's what she said. Okay. So right here on the gray part of her head, we're gonna go like this. And we're gonna go create a clipping mask, and we're going to name this layer Gray Face Highlights. Okay. And we're gonna go highlights, and then we're just gonna make this just as pale as can be. Okay, but we're going to turn off, or we're going to toggle on pressure for opacity. That's what I'm trying to say. Pressure for opacity, toggle that on. Okay. So I do think that she should have, like, yeah, there we go. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just on the inner rim of her ear, we'll just give it kind of a little bit of depth right there. Yeah. We'll just kind of give it a little ambient light right there too, just kind of make it connect. There we go. It makes me think of Petri, the flyer from Land Before Time. I actually thought about that immediately too when I heard Petri, like the name Petri. Petri, I love her. Him? Wait, no, he's the dude. Ducky's the girl. And so is Sarah. Yeah, Petri, I loved him. He was so dopey. They made him kind of stupid, which made me sad though, because like it's like an insult like bird brain, but like why wouldn't they be smart, you know? Pterodactyls, or sorry, pteranodons, because pterodactyl is no longer correct. Did you know that? Pterodactyl isn't like a correct term anymore. It's pteranodon, specifically. Yep, Petri was a flyer who can't fly. Oh yeah, that's right. That's kind of quirky and cute, a little bit more so than I remember. That's pretty cute though. Yeah. Nice and soft. Nice and soft. We can like kind of add like a little soft, like, just blend that in there just like that, and then Make sure that she gets kind of like this nice blended ear, just like that. And that should be, oops, oh no, it's gonna do the thing again, isn't it? Yeah, so I think that's gonna kind of be like hard edge right there. We need a hard edge, just like that. Okay. Maybe not that much. Maybe what I had before was quite okay. And then I think I kind of need to erase some of this over here. Super cool. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so that looks pretty all right, I think. I think I do kind of want to delete a little bit of that. There we go. Okay. Very nice. And then we're going to go ahead and just kind of right around there. And then right on her face, we're just going to kind of like add a little bit of something, a little something something. Make her a little bit. Oh wow, that was really bright right there. But I think that works out okay, that hard edge. I think that hard edge works out quite okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit of white over here too. Up on her cheek. Yeah. She's looking a little more like Petri now, I think. Let's go ahead and delete some of this over here. There. She's looking okay, I think. Alrighty. Let's foul shave that. And then we're going to flip on this one too. And then I'm going to go ahead and do like a color picker. We'll just go ahead and take this. We're going to take it down a notch. We're going to make it a little darker. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing. This one is the gray face. Oh, hold on. Let me just, for the reference sake, we're just going to go ahead and, for color grabbing, we're going to go ahead and put that there. And then we're going to go back to that same layer that I was just on, gray face, shadow. I can do tints and tones. Thanks, Moko. Hey there. Again, I've been lurking, and gonna head to bed in a minute. Prospero says good night. You guys have a super good night. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out and chilling. And I think I'm pretty close to done with Petri. We still got a bit to go, actually. Come to think of it, I do like to really flesh out details, but I'm pretty excited about this progress. It'll probably be like 3 sessions, because like what did Ione take? Like 3 sessions? I can't remember. Something like that. Have a super good night, you guys! It was probably something like 4 sessions. I don't remember. Okay, so this is going to be the shadow. I'm going to go like opacity. We're probably going to put it down to like 46%. I don't think it really needs like anything crazy. Just maybe a little bit of shadow under the hair. Okay. Under the glasses. Yep, under the glasses. Back here again. Okay. like the way it gradients out that much. I think something sort of like that probably does pretty good. I don't think I like that very much. Here we go. It'll be the most useful in the ears. Right here. I think it will be the most useful, like right there. Oh wow. Not quite what I wanted. There we go. Yeah. Perfect. There we are. I think that works out okay. Checks out to me. You do need a larger smudge tool. Yep, a larger, oh my gosh, not quite like that. I forgot that this has problems if you have the opacity on. You can't do that. Okay. Sample all layers? No. Wow, it really struggles with the clipping mask on and everything. There. It's just chugging along there. Alrighty. So I think that I'm gonna go ahead and file save. We shall shave that, and then we'll continue on. Now, the next thing I want to work on is the hair. The hair. So, on top of that, we have a clipping mask. I will want a clipping mask on top of that as well. But we're going to rearrange them. So this one's going to be on top, and we are going to get just a nice golden color for Petri. Gosh, Petri's so underrated. Like, holy crap. Why is she so underrated? This, I want it to be like color dodge, maybe? Yeah. She is really quite lovely. Just super overrated. I mean underrated. Not overrated. She's totally not that. She's not loved enough. Not enough love. Okay. So I want to take this, I'm going to take, actually I'm going to steal this color down here. We're going to go ahead and do something similar to that. We're going to make another clipping mask. And we're going to do something similar, we're just going to do a deeper color. Just, this dark, this brown color. Kind of want this to be on top. So let's go ahead and boop, we'll put that on top. Yeah, I got some Phoenix Wright music going on over here. Definitely choice music. One of my faves. Alright, so this highlights one, I think I'm gonna kind of bring down the opacity just a bit so that on top of it, I can do tiny, small, itty bitty little highlights with an outer glow. I love to do outer glow highlights. They're so much fun. You guys, it's so much fun if you're using Photoshop. One of the coolest things you can do is you want to add some fun little highlights. What I like to do is I like to add I like to add these little white streaks. I kind of want to set the opacity to 100, and then we're going to make the brush size quite a bit smaller. We're just going to make some like white highlight marks. And then you can kind of shape them the way that you want to. Just kind of add to it a little bit. Just these little whites. Now this doesn't seem like anything special or impressive, but like one of the most fun things is when you take the blending options, you go into the layer styles, and then you do an outer glow. You can do a range, you can bring that up, size. I like to keep that nice and low and bring up the spread. You can play with the range and the size. And then you can really get exactly what you want. That's a pretty nice glow, I think. I think that's pretty alright right there. Alrighty. Let's go like 75%. Once more, we're gonna take a look at it. I think it's pretty okay. I think it's pretty alright. Okay. So I suppose now, do you think that I should maybe add, I definitely should add like texture to her nose and her glasses rims and also her ears. I don't know what to do first. I suppose the ears, because they actually are kind of bothering me as it stands. They are bothering me slightly. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and eyedropper some of the darker parts in her red ear. Let's start working on her ears, the insides of her ears. Anywho, we'll go ahead and do a clipping mask. We need a new layer. We need to create a clipping mask. We need to clip it down. And then I'm just gonna size this up. Oh, right. We're painting right now. We don't have that checked right now. It's crazy. Why didn't I do that? Alright, so with this color, I do want it to get darker. So I'm going to go ahead and just add a bit more something to this. This is better. Oh wow, why did it do that? There we go. We're just gonna kind of fill this in nice and soft, gently. And then we're gonna kind of add like a little bit of a texture like that goes out like this.
Pikachu.
Ah, Pikachu! Yay! I do love that Pikachu. So, how's it looking so far? What do you think? We're getting somewhere, hopefully. Oops. That's a lot softer. There we go. Okay, very cool. Now that we've done that, do a little smudgeroo. Okay. So now I think I kind of want to take like that color over here, maybe make it a little bit lighter. Like a nice little pink color for a highlight. Okay. File, save, to make sure that we don't lose any progress because Lord only knows. I think she's adorable. Thank you. I appreciate you. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of highlight color. Just, oh wow. Is my computer gonna do the thing again? Like, is it gonna start? Yes. It is, isn't it? Is it really gonna do the thing again? Please don't give me issues. Please, Photoshop. I'm begging you. I'm a mere artist. All I want to do is paint! That's all I want. It's true. Dude, I'm so excited for my standing easel. For my portable easel. I'm like standing for, I guess standing up is what I meant. I don't know why I thought that was weird, but it's actually accurate. It's an easel designed to be portable and to take it with you. I'm also excited for this really cool thing that I ordered for myself. Once again, because I love ordering things for myself for Christmas. Merry Christmas to me. Look, the deals are there and I just go for them. So I bought a whole bunch of paint and I got this cool thing where it's the sketchboard and I'm gonna put 2 holes in it and then I'm gonna go ahead and put like these straps that that kind of like have the 3 prongs that go into they snap into those things that kind of cover over them, and then these parts stick out. You know, like the 3 prong snapping adjustable strap is going to be attached to the drawing board. So I will be able to have it attached to me and around me, and then have it flat and be able to walk around with it suspended. That's gonna be so good for walking around and painting and moving and bopping around because I never hold still. Like the only time I'm sitting still when I'm like working on art is when I'm doing digital art and my butt hurts. I don't like to sit down for that long. I actually like to stand a lot more than I like to sit. So yeah, my butt is all flat on this chair and my favorite thing is just walking around and like, because I'm not even paying attention to the fact that I'm standing. I get so in the zone and like my ADHD butt, I'll start to like bop around. Like you guys don't see me do this on camera because I don't have a face cam on me when I'm doing traditional painting, but I'm standing and I move back and forth. I look like, woo, like I look like so in the zone, like crazy, you know? I get so into it. And I like rock back and forth and I look at it at different angles and I like move around like it's some active sport or something. But I get so into it. Yeah, but I can't do that when I'm doing digital. I like digital, I do, but I do like to bop around too, and I need to have the gear for that. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. I'm so looking forward to it. Alright, gonna save this. Do you trust this little lady to run her experiments on you? Lab rat time. Lab rat hours. Okay, so this, go ahead and start working on her other ear. I think that one's gonna be like mostly shadowed, and then we're gonna have like this little spot here that kind of comes up like this. Okay, like that. I think that'll work for like the shadow. You see kind of like a hard edge right there, but I think that's gonna work. So I'm definitely gonna need a darker color for this, just like I did for the other one. I'm gonna kind of like create my own. We'll create my own little palette because the other palette is insufficient. But I would like to kind of like add that right there, and then we're gonna go ahead and start to perhaps like blend this upward. This. I'm just gonna start painting on it. Yeah, I'm just gonna start doing grabbing colors onto the base, and I'm just gonna start painting over it because I don't mind. It can be messy. It's digital painting. I'm not bothered by that. I'm really not bothered by getting pretty messy with my colors. I really love to keep my finger on the eye, on the eye key, because that is the eyedropper. And the eyedropper is super useful. I do love the eyedropper tool. It's one of my faves. Okay. I can kind of even that out just a little bit. And then, inside of there, I can do some kind of like slightly lighter, like highlights. Okay. Just like on the other side. Go. Nice. I think that works out okay. I will probably, over top of all of this, kind of do some like little touch-up, like a touch-up layer that should kind of like create some lines and ride along the edges and possibly like kind of fix this little spot right here as well. And just kind of blend over top of everything as a whole. Alrighty. There we go. Perhaps even if I just like delete just the tiniest bit of that, then maybe I won't even need to. Maybe it's just a matter of reshaping some of this. You know? Could be. Could just be a matter of reshaping some of this on my own accord. does look a little bit more even, although I do think that I need to kind of make this go up a little bit higher. Now I do see a gap showing through, but that should be easy enough to patch. Should be easy enough. Okay. Alright, yes, I can work with that. I definitely can. Let me see. I may also want to kind of widen this just the slightest bit. Although that might have been a mistake. Yeah. Let's see. I think that's better. Okay, right there. Very good. Okay, and also, let's go ahead and eyedropper tool this, and then start, Oh, I'm erasing right now. So stupid. My bad. Step forward. Okay. There. Alright, now, if I go to this layer, and if I just kind of fill this in a bit. Some of this. With some of that. And then we kind of give it some of this. And then I think that should be alright there. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, I like that. I'm dressed up in layers tonight because I got so cold last night. I've got both my intervals t-shirts on because I'm a giant intervals nerd. Apparently, that's just who I am now. Apparently. Okay. Alright, so that's some good progress. How much time do we have left? Half an hour. Nice. Alright, so I suppose we can move on to the nose. Let's go to the nose. Yep. And that's what we shall do. But I think with the nose, we should just give her like a little shine on her nose. I don't think we should go crazy with it. So where's that tiny little mousy nose? That's her eyes. I do need to kind of group up her eyes though, that's the thing. That I forgot that I need to do. Doot. Okay. So these two layers, I'm just gonna go ahead and group them in here. We're gonna rename it eyes. Okay. Collapse that. That's her mouth. 1, mouth 2. Okay, so once again, we're going to group those two up. Group. And then we're going to call that mouth. Mousy mouth. Okay. And then, let's see, so that's her hair. And then I want to get to her nose. Her nose is, that's her glasses, okay? That's her glasses shine. That's her lip. That's her nose. Okay, so right here, we're just gonna go ahead and make rename that nose. Okay, and then I'm just gonna call this nose shine. And we're just gonna go ahead and do the 100% and then grab just the pure white color. Gonna make a really small size brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and like right here a little nose shine. Okay. And then I'm gonna do an outer glow. want to color it like kind of like a blue color. Yeah. I think I want to make it really blue. Just a very subtle thing. But I don't think anyone's gonna notice. But I gotta do it. We'll make it a little smaller. Something like that, I think. I think that actually works out quite well. I'll save this. I'm gonna give it a little save. And I might also want to do something kind of like this as well with her little lips. Her little mousy lips. Give her a little bit of a shine on her our smile right there. I think I might want to be zoomed in a little bit for this. It's so tiny and so small. Let's go to 200%. So picky about it. I'm so picky, you guys. Alright, blending options. We're gonna do the outer glow thing again. Nice little outer glow. We'll do like color dodge, I think. Okay. And then I think I'm gonna kind of like erase certain parts like around it. And we'll try this again. Yeah. Something like that, I feel. Alrighty, so let's take a look. I'm gonna go ahead and I think that's probably fine. So then if I take the opacity of this and I just like well, maybe if I actually just lower the opacity of the actual thing. I'm thinking. That works a little better, actually. I think that looks way better. Okay. Let's go back. I am satisfied with that. Let's go down. Okay. Cool. She looks adorable. I love her. Okay, let's save once again because I never know when it's gonna crash. It hasn't crashed on me yet, but I'm counting my blessings, really. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the mouth. Okay. In the mouth folder, if I look at this, if I just do a clipping mask to that, and then I can kind of, honestly, with this, take like whites and then go opacity and lower it quite a bit. Size high. We're gonna go ahead and turn that on. We're just gonna go ahead and do this. Oh. See? There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's try that again. I think I kind of want to get rid of some of this. And then I can go opacity and then just lower it. Yeah, there we go. That seems about right. And maybe if I take this mouth thing and then I go layer, adjustment layer, and I go like hue, saturation. I kind of want to saturate it a little bit more. Oh, but I need this to be on top here, and then I want this to be a creative clipping mask. And I clip down to just the mouth. Okay, perfect. And I saturate that a little bit more. Lightness. Darker. Layer. New adjustment layer. Exposure. Okay, so the exposure, I can do like, also, we're clipping them. Clip that. I think that looks pretty okay. If I turn this into 0, will that look alright? Take a look. Exposure, 0. I think it's probably better like this. Maybe a slight gamma correction, and then it should be alright. I think. Some saturation. Yeah, I think that works out okay. I'm gonna go ahead and save it again. File save. Super cool. And then let's see, we've got still quite a bit of time left. Actually, we're pretty close to done. We've got like, what, 25 minutes? So I think I'm gonna take a quick break, skis, for waters. And I will be back. I will be back quite shortly. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on a break screen, get myself some water. And I shall see you guys super shortly. Be right back. I think we were on the space theme, but let me tell you, I completely forgot. So hopefully I did this right. And we are back. There we go. Okay. I sat there waiting to click and I'm like, wait, what theme were we on? I'm pretty sure we were on space. So, correct me if I'm wrong, because that is something that I do have to do manually, and, yeah, something that I don't, have the ability to check that I'm aware of anyways. I don't think there's really a way for me to check, but we are back for the last, I want to say 18-minute stretch, so got a little bit of time. Not a ton of time, just a bit. Very small bit of time left. Okay, so something about her eyes is sort of bothering me. Only a little bit, though. Alright, let's look at the eyes layer. There's definitely an eyes folder that I have. Okay, that's it right there. Okay, got it. Got it. I was talking about actually doing the glasses first, but I think maybe I will actually work on the eyes. So let's go ahead and do that. I think with this, I think I'm just going to do like an opacity lock, something really simple. I don't think it's super, super important that I do it on a separate layer, because it just doesn't seem like it's that important. Okay. We'll make a layer size adjustment. Control that G. So what I wanted to do with the eyes was with this layer locked, I want to do these little eyelids right here. We're gonna go ahead and work on those. Give her a little bit of dimension on her eyelids. Yes, alright. And then I'm gonna go ahead and erase some of it. Oops. Or rather, maybe I should just like keep it isolated to like that. Yeah, it was on space. Okay, good. Good. I'm glad. Super glad that I remembered that. I thought I didn't. Okay. So that's been modified. There we go. Okay, perfecto. And then these eyes, we're gonna go ahead and just do, I think I'm gonna set this to like color dodge or something. And then we'll set this really, really low. And then I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start adding some like maybe even like linear dodge so that I can go on the pupil too. Perhaps that could work. And then, yeah. I think that pretty much does it for her eyes. I mean, they're pretty obscured, so I think doing much more would be pretty much pointless. Okay. Except for one thing. if I do a really, really small 100% opacity color white highlight like this, and then I put it in the eyes. Oops. We're gonna have to zoom in for this one actually. 200%. Perfect. Right on. Like this. Okay. And then we do like an outer glow of this. Outer glow. Color dodge. Perfect. Okay, I think right there. Then, not quite like that. Like if I add that there, if I add that there. Yeah, I think that works. I think that looks okay. Like that, perhaps. Alright, so let's zoom back out. 75%. She's got some shines in her eyes. Let's see if we can lower the opacity of this safely. Okay, there we go. Okay, she has really pretty eyes. Alright. And then we can work on her glasses rims. Okay. But where are the glasses? This needs to be there. Okay. So that's underneath the glasses. The glasses have to be somewhere up here then. Maybe not. Maybe down here. That's not the glasses. That's the glass rims. I'm not understanding. Where do the glasses have to be? I don't understand. What's this? Oh, there it is. I found them. Glasses. Glasses. Here we go. Okay, very good. Now let's go ahead and zoom in really close on this one because her glasses are really thin. So we're gonna go like 200%. Alright. On this, I'm just gonna go create a clipping mask. Okay, for this, I'm gonna go normal. I'm gonna set the brush mode to normal. I'm going to set the opacity to like 52%, 50%. That's kind of what I'm going for. Okay, so now we can kind of like get our hard edges in. And then you should be able to get some really good bright little spots right there. Perfect. And right on the nose, the bridge of the nose, I'll go ahead and add some little bit up on the rim over here too. Like that. Just follow it in. Make it a lot brighter around this little spot here. Okay, super. And then on the inner parts, we definitely want to kind of make that a little brighter. Yeah, we want to even it out too. There. Okay, very cool. Very good. All right, awesome. I do need to kind of like even some of this out too and get rid of a little bit of that right there, but otherwise that's looking pretty good. It's looking like exactly the way that I want it to. Just about. Now we're just gonna kind of like gently shade that in. Very gently. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Okay. Yeah. I just kind of add a very, very small little mark there so that we can see where the nose begins. Or the glasses in and the nose begins. Okay. Let's go ahead and zoom out. We're gonna go to 75%. We're gonna save again. Alright, so her glasses are complete. I'm gonna do something else with her mouth layer. I feel like maybe her mouth layer has too many filters applied. Let's check. Yeah, it almost looks okay just like on its own. I might have just overdone it a little bit. Yeah, I'm okay with that right there. I really am. Okay. So just like that, we're just gonna go ahead and save. Alright, and then now we can actually move on to the body itself. Oh. I think we won't get too far, but that's okay. I don't think we really need to. Okay, mouth. And then... Wow. Okay. So I want to collapse all of these. I'm going to collapse the entire head. And now the body. We'll go ahead and add some, like a little bit of like a clipping mask right on the body. We're just going to go ahead and size up a brush. And we're going to make like a little bit of a drop shadow. I think that's the first objective here. I think we could just take like this color right here. Perhaps. Or even the darkest dark on her paw from Pocket Camp. We're just gonna take that. We're gonna size this up quite a bit. We're gonna have the opacity pretty low, but I'm thinking if I take this and then I set it to multiply. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, so I need there to be a bit of a drop shadow for her massive Animal Crossing head. Her incredibly colossal, massive noggin. Because Animal Crossing characters all have massive noggins for some reason. Just oversized, enormous heads. For no reason other than it probably just because it looks cute. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So let's go ahead and blend some of that, I think. Yeah, let's blend some of that. I want to turn on the pressure thing. Pressure for size? Yes, please. Okay. Okay, this is working out alright. There we go. Alright, so we've done a little bit of a drop shadow there. And we are, like, ready for the next one. For the next. There's something that's bothering me before we stop, though. And it's got to do with the mouth again. Something is bothering me. And perhaps it's this itself. This. I'm thinking layer, adjustment layer, brightness and contrast. Yes, I would like to create a clipping mask on that as well. And maybe if I do like a low contrast, high brightness, it would look a little better. Less contrast. I don't really like the contrast on that. I actually think I might just make it a little brighter. I think that works out quite okay. Yeah. Let's see what that looks like without it. Let's see what it looks like with it. I think that works. I'm gonna save. But I'll save. Okay, this is as far as we got tonight. And we have a little bit more left to go, but I think I might just honestly finish it up off stream over the week and then show you guys next time. Because it's pretty close to done. Like, we're pretty close. I'll just post it in the Discord when it's done. Yeah, that's what I think I'll do. Pretty awesome. Okay. So I think I'm just gonna call it a night then. Yeah. Alright, everybody. I hope you have an amazing night. I shall see you next week. And, I think I will actually be painting again. So we should be back on traditional art, just as we were. I might actually be making more Animal Crossing characters, but I think for the streaming, for the most part, I might get back into traditional painting because I will have my new supplies in. I have all sorts of really cool new supplies, new paints, and I'm excited to dig into them. And also, I do have a winter project that I need to be working on right now. Yeah, it's gonna be super fun. I'm super excited about it. All right, you have an amazing night, Rin. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for hanging out with me. It's awesome. Have an amazing night. I will catch you next time.